Hi Capricorn, happy early birthday to those of you celebrating December, and welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your December 2023 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, the Celtic cross spread as always, and also pulled the 4 agreements, Wisdom of the Oracle, and Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Okay, we have the South Node, and the South Node is actually in Libra, which is your 10th house of career and social status. We have 4, so 4th house energy for you guys is actually Aries, and 4th house points to home, roots, and family. And, well, speaking of Aries, we also have Aries in the dice here, so yeah. And I do see Aries energy in your spread as well. So it could definitely be a lot of focus on your home and family life this month. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started with the main spread. Alright, in the main situation position, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and challenging that, we have the 4 of Wands. Doesn't look like a bad challenge, right? Pretty positive card there. So I can see this playing out a couple different ways. For some of you, this could just be saying there might be a new offer coming your way, but where you are currently is a really comfortable place for you, so you might not necessarily feel like you want to jump at the opportunity, right? So just a generic example, say you get a job offer in a different city, right? But you're like, oh, when I'm really comfortable where I am now, I put in a lot of time, energy, and effort toward building my home to the comfort level I want, right? Things along those lines, something like that. And then for others of you, this could just be playing out a different way, which is to say that maybe you're coming up with an idea for how you can beautify your space, right? So maybe you're thinking to yourself, okay, yeah, what can I do to renovate my place where I'm living, for example, to where I can enjoy it a little bit more. Right, in the foundation position, we have the Ace of Cups. So another indicator that there's going to be ideas coming your way, possibly even discussions and offers coming your way. That's going to really connect with you, right? So I feel like, of course, when we see cup energy, a lot of people jump to thinking of love relationships. So this could just point to creativity as well. So maybe you might come up with some creative ideas, for example, on how to improve your space, right? Given that we're seeing so much 4th house energy, it seems like the home environment is coming into play in some way this month. That's what I see with that. All right, in the past position, we have the 3 of Pentacles. So yeah, so again, like I said, if this is, all right, so again, another generic example, another way goodbye. Let's say someone makes an offer on your house, right? And a really good offer, but you're like, man, you think back to all the work that you put in to get it to where you want it to be, right? And yes, sometimes people do that with the intention of, hey, let me improve the value of my home in the event I do want to sell it. But in your case, it looks more like you're like, no, I really did it because that's how I wanted my home to be, right? So it could just be one of those things where you're looking back on the collaborative efforts that you did. And again, like I said, for those of you looking to possibly improve the space in your and it's not involving moving at all, you could be thinking about possibly when you might have collaborated with people in the past to tackle a situation like that. All right. In the present position, we have the Hangman. So yeah, this says to me primarily that you're not ready to move yet either way, right? So whether it's physically moving or, like I said, just ideas that are flowing through you right now on how to get somewhere. Like this is saying that you're really trying to think through and look at things from every angle before you make any kind of decision. All right. In the near future position, we have the Hermit. So yeah, still a lot of analyzing here in the near future, but I feel like here it's going to be from a bit more of a grounded, practical perspective, whereas this is just more with the emotional attachment, right? Here it's just going to be like, okay, does this really make practical sense to do it, right? Should I do it? Should I not? I feel like that's going to be an energy you guys are going to be in the near future. All right, in the position of your influence in the situation, we have the Emperor. So yeah, to me, this is an indicator, like I said, you seem to be pretty comfortable with where you are, right? So that could be the main thing you're sure of. So you're like, okay, this is where I want to be, right? So if that's the case, what can I do to improve where I'm at now, right, as opposed to going elsewhere. So that could be energies that you guys are going to be dealing with this month. Okay, in the environment position, we have the Knight of Cups. So yeah, again, to me, this comes across like an energy, like I said, someone offering something to you, right? And you thinking to yourself, well, yeah, I mean, that sounds appealing, it sounds interesting, but I'm also happy with what I have now, right? So just a matter of trying to figure out, do I want to accept this offer, right? Or am I content with where I am and I'll just leave it at that? Can I possibly even compromise around the situation, right? So that's what I'm seeing with that. All right, in hopes or fears position, we have the Five of Cups. So usually this points to a disappointment, right? So maybe that's part of it too, where you're like thinking to yourself, well, what if I do decide to go this other route and then I end up regretting it, right? And looking back on the missed opportunities, things along those lines there. Trying to see if anything else comes to mind with this. And for some of you, this could also be feeling your hesitation as well, right? So if you did, given these ace energies, they could come as ideas out of the blue sometimes. So if you feel like, oh, I acted on those types of things in the past and it didn't work out in my favor, that could be why you're a little hesitant to trust them this time as well. All right. And in the outcome position, we have the moon. So this is actually, to me, whenever I see this card come up, especially in the outcome position, I usually want to pay attention to the main lunar cycles that are going to be playing out. So at the time I'm recording this, we haven't had the full moon in Gemini yet. So that's going to be happening toward the end of November. And that's going to be in your sixth house of work, daily routines, health. Then we're going to have a new moon in Sagittarius, which is actually your 12th house of spirituality, blind spots, mental health. And then toward the end of the month, there's going to be a full moon in your opposite sign, which points to partnerships, contracts. That's Cancer for you guys. So those could be some key times where you might get some insight on which way you want to go. Specifically, I would say probably the more important one might be that Cancer full moon for you guys, given that this is coming up in the outcome position. And then, of course, early in January, you guys are going to have the new moon in your sign. So I feel like that 2-week period between the Cancer full moon as we move toward the new moon in your sign, those could be the key turning point to you as far as figuring out, like, okay, this is what I want to do and I'm going to move forward with it. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. So this is the major arcana card for Taurus, and I feel like this is saying that if all else fails, just try to have faith, right? Have faith that you won't be steered the wrong way, right? Whatever decision you decide to make, just have comfort that, okay, you know what, these options are coming my way for a reason, right? I'm giving it a lot of heavy thought, and then once I finally do act on it, I'm going to have the faith that it was the right thing to do. And beneath that, we do see the Two of Wands as well. So could be an indicator for some of you might actually decide to go with that option, the new option. All right. For your 4 agreements card, we have always do your best. And it says practice makes the master. Right? It says, by doing your best over and over, you can master the art of transformation. By doing your best, the habits of misusing your word, taking things personally, and making assumptions will become weaker and less frequent with time. So, that was a good message there. Especially as far as there's going to be a Mercury retrograde as well in December, and that's going to be in your sign as well. So, I could definitely see where that message would be beneficial in that regard. Moving on to your Wisdom Oracle card, we have Yang. There's the artwork, and the number is 1. Okay, essential meanings says the masculine principle of movement and creative activity, the power to make things happen, taking action. The Oracle's message: Yang represents the power of action, the energies that propel the world forward, and manifesting thought and desire into concrete form. Now is the perfect time to act, for you can easily build momentum and make headway. What you want will come to fruition if you proceed confidently. This card signifies new life and is a sure sign that obstacles have been overcome. There is no reason to hesitate. You are the shaper of your destiny now. So, definitely an interesting message there, right? And it definitely does seem like it could be beneficial for you guys, given what we were talking about, where it seems like you're really digging deep and analyzing the situation from multiple angles. All right, the relationship message says circumstances are supporting action on your part. It's okay to make the first move. Trust that you will quickly know where you stand. In matters of the heart, there is movement toward your highest good, so go forth with assurance. Passion is in the air, and now is the time to dance to the tune of love. Take the lead. So yeah, I will say this didn't jump out to me necessarily as a romantic spread, but if this is how it's playing out in your life, seeing the Knight of Cups energy in the environment could be aligning with that there, right? Because the Knight of Cups often will come forward and make an offer on something. Okay, the prosperity message says projects, partnerships, and all matters relating to your business are out of the obstacle phase and on to the make it happen phase. Now is the time to stake your claim and get things done. While you can expect to be busier than usual, this card tells you that you have all the energy and vitality you need to accomplish your goals. Abundance is waiting for you to claim it. So yeah, another indicator there that this can be a really good project for you guys. Now, I will say, seeing the Emperor in the position of your influence in the situation as well seems to align with the part where it says that you have all the energy and vitality that you need. But yeah, like I said, to be fair, it doesn't seem like you're necessarily worried about that. It's just more feeling like you're in a good position now. So you're thinking to yourself, well, do I really want to disrupt that and go with this new thing? Or am I just going to stay where I am? Maybe even just improve on that, if anything, right? If I really do feel the need to change something. So hopefully that resonated. All right, lastly, we have a mudra for you guys. This is your mudra here. It's the Yoni mudra. The keyword for it is receptivity. So interesting to see yang energy there, and this is almost more of like a yin energy. But let's get all the info. Get it to focus first. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like everything's going to fit in the frame at once. So I'll hold this up here for a second if you guys want to pause it or take a screenshot to read what it has to say. And we'll get the rest in the frame. Okay, so yeah, under benefits, it says improves the health of the sexual organs, invites a healthy sense of sacredness around sexuality, increases receptivity, fluidity, and emotional sensitivity, serves as a gateway to embrace what we can't understand, creates a physical mandala to worship the divine feminine. So if that sounds like a mudra you think would be beneficial for you guys, we'll put the name in the description of it as always. Once again, happy early birthday to those of you celebrating December. Hope you guys have a good holiday season as well. Wrap up there, and I'll see you guys next month. Bye.